Here's 5 fantasy books that I desperately need someone to talk me into reading. These are the books that have been sitting on my shelf for such a long time. I'm never compelled to grab them to read them. I was obviously interested in them when I picked them out and got them, but for some reason, I just haven't had enough interest to actually read them. So if you read any of these, please tell me all the reasons why I need to read these. Starting off with When the Moon Hatched. Now, when this book came out, I saw everyone reading it, everyone loving it. I know there's dragons in it, and it sounds like it's going to be a great book, but for some reason, I just don't gravitate towards it or pick it up. So let me know. What are the reasons why I need to read this book? The next book I need you to convince me to read is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. When I first got it, I was really excited to read it because I had been hearing so many great things. And then after I got it, immediately I started hearing some mixed reviews about this book of people saying that it wasn't that great and that it was kind of boring. And because of that, I'm just always hesitant to pick this one up because what if I don't like it? So let me know if you've read this book. Is it good? Tell me the reasons why I should read it. I know this one is probably a big surprise to most of you. I have never read the Harry Potter series. I have all of the books. This book is actually the book that my sons have read, but I still have not read the series. I have watched all the movies and love them, and I think maybe that's why I haven't picked up the series to read, because I already know what's going to happen. And yes, I know books are better. Books give you so much more information, and I'm sure there's some different stuff happening in these than actually happens in the movie. But I really need someone to talk me into reading these because this series is always going to get pushed to the side since I've already watched the movie and know what happens. So is this worth all the time? Is it that different than the movies? And then we have this monster of a book, The Priory of the Orange Tree. I picked up this book from a used bookstore when everyone was going crazy about it, saying it was such a great book. But this is like super intimidating. I think it's like 800 pages, which in reality really isn't that big. I've read books with 800 or more pages, but there's something about this that like doesn't draw me in. I don't love the cover that much. And honestly, I really don't even know a ton about this book. So tell me all the things. Is it really worth this much time and commitment to read this book? And then we have the last book on my list, What the River Knows. Now, I literally don't know why I don't pick this book up. I love stories that have Egyptian vibes, and I've heard everyone say that this is such a great book, but I'm just like never drawn to pick it up, and something else always sounds so much more interesting. So if you read this book, let me know what's so special about this that I have to pick it up soon. So go do your thing in the comments. Convince me to read these, please.